What happens when the secret you've been hiding creeps out in the dead of night, caught, exposed, and dragged under the merciless spotlight? Because that's exactly what just went down with Kirk Frost. Yes, the same Kirk Frost whose scandals have more seasons than the actual show he's on. And this time, it's messier, juicier, and way more explosive than anything you've seen before. Picture this, a so-called business meeting late at night. Dim lights, hush-hush whispers. And who walks in? None other than Jasmine. Yep, that Jasmine. The same woman who turned Kirk and Rasheeda marriage into a reality TV nightmare with that baby bombshell. And guess what? Cameras were rolling. Now tell me, was it really a coincidence, or has Kirk been playing Rasheeda like a puppet all over again? Because the way Rasheeda reacted when this secret slipped out, let's just say loses it, doesn't even cover it. We're talking storming, screaming, the kind of meltdown that makes Twitter catch fire before the scene even airs. So, buckle up, because this isn't just another love and hip-hop slip-up. This is the kind of scandal that ruins reputations forever. Atlanta's streets are buzzing again, and this time, it's not about music, fashion, or reality TV drama. It's about betrayal, lies, and a late-night secret that could tear apart one of love and hip-hop's most talked-about couples. Kirk Frost has found himself right back in the middle of scandal. And this time, the whispers aren't whispers. They're loud, messy, and impossible to ignore. For years, fans have watched Kirk Frost and his wife Rasheeda battle through cheating, rumors, secret children, and explosive fights on camera. Their marriage has been tested so many times. People wonder if it's made of steel, or if Rasheeda is just holding on for appearances. But now, after all the drama they've survived, there's a new storm brewing, and its name is Jasmine. Yes, the same Jasmine who once rocked Rasheeda world by revealing she had a child with Kirk. That storyline played out like a soap opera on TV, but apparently real life isn't finished writing its script, because just when fans thought the Frost family had moved on, a late-night meeting has brought old wounds ripping open again. Picture this. It's nearly midnight in Atlanta, the city alive with neon lights and club music. But tucked away in a quiet lounge, two familiar faces sit across from each other. Kirk, Frost, and Jasmine. Their conversation is low, intense, almost secretive, like two people trying to make sure the world doesn't see what's happening. But in 2025, nothing stays hidden for long. A bystander with sharp eyes and an even sharper camera caught the two together, and that single photo spread like wildfire. Within hours, social media was ablaze. Fans reposted the picture. Bloggers went into overdrive, and suddenly the headline everyone was talking about was Kirk Frost exposed after late-night meeting with Jasmine. The question on everyone's mind, why? Why would Kirk, knowing the history, knowing the pain it caused Rasheeda, risk being seen with Jasmine again? Was this just about co-parenting? Was it business? Or was it something more sinister? Something that pointed back to the same old patterns that have haunted their marriage for over a decade now. Let's rewind a bit, because to really understand why this late-night meeting is sending shockwaves, you have to understand the history. Kirk and Rasheeda Frost were once the golden couple of love and hip-hop Atlanta. They built a brand together, raised a family, and turned their drama into entertainment gold. But beneath the glitz of reality TV, cracks started showing. Kirk became known for his questionable decisions, both in business and in love. From hiding money to hiding women, the rumors piled up year after year, and then came the bombshell Jasmine Washington, a woman who revealed not only that she had been involved with Kirk, but that she had a baby Cannon who turned out to be Kirk's son. That storyline nearly destroyed Rasheeda. Fans watched her cry, on camera, confront Kirk, and try to figure out whether she could ever forgive a betrayal that big. And somehow, despite the humiliation, the anger, and the memes that exploded online, Rasheeda stayed. She didn't walk away. Instead, she did what so many people said they could never do. She forgave him. Or at least she tried to. Fast forward to today, and you can imagine why seeing Kirk Frost sitting with Jasmine in the middle of the night is like ripping the scab off an old wound. It's not just about one meeting. It's about every lie, every tear, every broken promise Rasheeda has already endured. When that photo hit the blogs, insiders say Rasheeda lost it. One source close to the Frost family revealed she couldn't believe it. The first words out of her mouth were, "After everything we've been through, this is what you do." And honestly, can you blame her? Rasheeda has built her brand as the strong, independent woman who somehow balances business, motherhood, and marriage, even when that marriage has been dragging her name through the mud. Fans respect her hustle, but they also wonder why she puts up with Kirk's antics. And this late night link up with Jasmine is exactly the kind of thing that makes fans scream, "Girl, leave him already." But here's where it gets even messier. Some fans argue that maybe, just maybe, Kirk and Jasmine's meeting wasn't shady at all. After all, they share a child, and co-parenting isn't always neat and tidy. Could it be that this was just a conversation? About canon? Maybe about school, child support, or family logistics? That's the excuse some are willing to give, but others aren't buying it. Why meet in secret? Why at night? Why in a setting where it looks more like a date than a co-parenting discussion? If Kirk truly wanted to keep things professional, wouldn't he include Rasheeda? Wouldn't he keep everything transparent? Fans are pointing out that Kirk has a pattern. When it comes to Jasmine, transparency has never been his strong suit. The first time he hit her, the first time he denied the baby, and the first time he made Rasheeda look foolish in front of millions, it was all done in the shadows. So why should anyone believe this time is different? Social media, of course, had a field day. Memes popped up left and right. One fan tweeted, "Kirk Frost gonna Kirk Frost. Sis Rasheeda deserves better." Another posted, "Imagine forgiving your man for a secret baby just to find him sneaking around with the baby mama again. Couldn't be me." And then there are the people who think Rasheeda herself is partly to blame. That's right. Some fans argue that by staying with Kirk after the first scandal, Rasheeda set the stage for him to keep disrespecting her. One viral post read, "If you take him back after a secret baby, he knows you'll take him back after anything." It's brutal, but it's the kind of commentary that shows just how divided the public is. Some sympathize with Rasheeda, others criticize her, but everyone is watching. Because, whether she likes it or not, Rasheeda and Kirk's marriage has become a storyline fans can't look away from. Behind the scenes, sources say Rasheeda confronted Kirk immediately after the photo leak, and let's just say it wasn't pretty. One insider described it as an explosion, claiming Rasheeda demanded to know why he was with Jasmine and why he kept her in the dark. According to the source, Kirk tried to downplay it, insisting it was about co-parenting and nothing more. But here's the problem: when trust has already been shattered, even innocent meetings start to look like betrayal. And for Rasheeda, who's already endured years of humiliation, the optics of this situation are devastating. As the blogs continue to speculate, one thing is clear. This late-night meeting has reopened old wounds that never fully healed. And now the Frosts are facing a crossroads once again. Will Rasheeda finally decide enough is enough? Or will Kirk somehow talk his way out of this, like he's done so many times before? What makes this even crazier is that insiders hint there may be more to the story, something Kirk isn't telling. Could Jasmine have her own motives? Is she stirring the pot to get back in the spotlight? Or is there another secret about to drop that could make this scandal even worse? Whatever the case, one thing's for sure. This isn't just another Frost family argument. This is the kind of drama that shakes marriages, ends friendships, and lights up every gossip blog from Atlanta to Hollywood. And if you thought video was explosive, just wait, because in this video, we're diving deeper into Rasheeda's reaction. The behind-the-scenes chaos, and the shocking details insiders are leaking about that late-night meeting. Because once whispers of that midnight meeting hit the streets of Atlanta, it wasn't just messy. It turned into a full-blown scandal that shook not just the Frost household, but the entire Love and Hip Hop fanbase. Let's set the scene. The minute news of Kirk's alleged link-up with Jasmine broke, the gossip blogs lit up like wildfire. Screenshots, grainy video clips, and even anonymous eyewitness reports started flooding in. Some claimed they saw Kirk stepping out of Jasmine's car. Others saw the two were spotted laughing together in a quiet corner of a popular lounge. And in today's world of instant receipts, once the internet decides a story is real, there's no turning back. Now, remember, Kirk has a long history of shady behavior that fans can't forget. We're talking about the original scandal years ago when it came out that he fathered Jasmine's son, Cannon, while married to Rasheeda. That storyline alone nearly ended their marriage. And Rasheeda had to put on a brave face as the world dissected her every move. So, for Kirk to even be seen in the same room as Jasmine again, that's like pouring gasoline on an old fire that everyone thought was finally under control. But here's the kicker: the timing couldn't have been worse. Sources close to the Frost family revealed that Rasheeda had just finished shooting a new season of Love and Hip Hop and was celebrating the success of her boutique press. She was in full boss mode, focusing on her empire, her family, and leaving the old drama behind. But one late-night meeting was enough to unravel years of work and trying to rebuild her trust in Kirk. Fans online immediately began tagging Rasheeda, flooding her Instagram comments with messages like, "Girl, he's still out here embarrassing you, and leave him already, Queen." Others were more savage, pulling up old clips of Rasheeda crying on the show, saying things like, "We tried to tell you once, a cheater, always a cheater." The internet has no mercy, and Rasheeda found herself back in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. But let's pause for a moment. What about Jasmine? While Kirk is being blasted left and right, Jasmine has her own story. Some insiders claim she wasn't trying to stir up drama at all. In fact, one source close to her insists that Jasmine and Kirk's meeting was strictly about co-parenting and discussions about their son's future. But that explanation didn't sit well with Rasheeda or the fans because the truth is late night secret meetings don't scream co-parenting. They scream sneaking around, and Rasheeda, she wasn't having it. Word on the street is that when she caught wind of Kirk's late-night rendezvous, she absolutely lost it. We're talking about heated arguments, slammed doors, and Rasheeda allegedly telling friends she was done for good this time. Remember, this is a woman who stood by Kirk through humiliation after humiliation. But every queen has her breaking point. And insiders say Rasheeda may have finally reached hers. But the drama doesn't stop there, because when the Love and Hip Hop cameras started rolling again, producers immediately telejumped on the storyline. They knew the tension between Kirk, Rasheeda, and Jasmine was TV gold. According to behind-the-scenes whispers, cameras were already in place. When Rasheeda confronted Kirk about the alleged meeting, and let's just say the argument was explosive. Now, if you've been following Rasheeda's journey, you know she's always tried to take the high road, focusing on her business and kids, instead of drowning in the mess. But fans say they saw a different side of her this time. A side that was tired, fed up, and ready to put Kirk in his place once and for all. Meanwhile, Kirk's reaction didn't help his case. Instead of denying the rumors outright, he allegedly gave Rasheeda the classic Kirk response. Vague answers, excuses, and a whole lot of, "You don't understand." That's when Rasheeda reportedly snapped, demanding to know why any conversation with Jasmine needed to happen in secret at night. Away from the kids, away from her, and away from the public eye. The fallout from this argument didn't just shake their marriage, it also divided the fan base. Some viewers felt sympathy for Rasheeda, praising her strength and patience over the years. Others criticized her for putting up with too much and urged her to finally walk away. And then there were those who blamed Jasmine, accusing her of deliberately inserting herself back into the Frost marriage for attention. But here's where things get even juicier. Reports started surfacing that Jasmine might have receipts of her own. Allegedly, she has text messages and phone records that could prove her and Kirk's recent communication wasn't as innocent as he claimed. If those ever see the light of day, it could spell the end for Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage once and for all. And if that wasn't enough, fans began pointing out suspicious moves on social media. Kirk suddenly went quiet online, avoiding posting family content with Rasheeda. Meanwhile, Rasheeda was spotted out with her friends more often, looking unbothered but noticeably without her wedding ring in some photos. Whether intentional or not, those little details sent fans into a frenzy, with speculation hitting an all-time high. To make matters even more complicated, their kids aren't immune to the public drama. With social media being what it is, it's impossible for them not to see the headlines about their dad's alleged behavior. And for Rasheeda, protecting her children from the fallout of Kirk's mistakes has always been her top priority. So, where does that leave us? Well, in this video of this saga, we see a family on the edge of collapse. Kirk is scrambling to explain himself. Jasmine is caught in the middle once again, and Rasheeda is standing at a crossroads, forced to decide whether to keep fighting for her marriage or finally walk away from a man who's embarrassed her time and time again. But let me tell you, this is only the beginning. Because while the drama already feels like a tornado, the storm hasn't even fully hit yet. In part 3, the situation takes an even wilder turn, with shocking revelations, unexpected alliances, and a public showdown that nobody saw coming. As Rasheeda stood there, her voice cracking from both rage and heartbreak, the room fell into an uncomfortable silence. Kirk's eyes darted back and forth as if searching for an escape route that didn't exist. For the first time in years, it seemed like Kirk had truly lost control of the narrative. No excuses, no smooth talking, no promises about the business could save him from what Rasheeda had just witnessed with her own eyes. "You humiliated me, Kirk," Rasheeda snapped, her voice trembling but strong. "After everything I've done, standing by you through scandal after scandal, Raising kids while you played games. Building a brand with my own hands. You still don't respect me. You still sneak around like a teenager with something to hide. Kirk tried to interject, his hands raised in defense, but Rasheeda cut him off immediately. Don't you dare lie to me right now. I saw the way you looked at Jasmine. I saw the way she looked at you. This wasn't about no business meeting. The truth hung heavy in the air. Kirk could feel at the tension, the judgment, the collapse of the last bit of credibility he had left with his wife. For years, the Frosts had sold themselves as a power couple who could overcome anything. But now, under the weight of another scandal, that image was crumbling right before everyone's eyes. Jasmine, meanwhile, sat unbothered. She wasn't about to apologize or back down. If anything, she looked proud, like she had exposed Kirk for who he really was once again. Rasheeda, don't come at me like that. Jasmine said coldly. Your problem isn't me. Your problem is your husband. If he didn't want to be here, he wouldn't. But he's here sitting with me. That should tell you everything you need to know. The audacity of Jasmine's words hit Rasheeda like a punch to the chest. It was the confirmation of her worst fears that Kirk's loyalty was once again in question. And even though Rasheeda had faced this kind of pain before, this time felt different. This wasn't just tabloid gossip or whispers from the streets. This was real, raw, and undeniable. For a moment, Rasheeda was speechless. Her hands shook as she tried to steady her emotions. Tears threatened to fall, but she refused to let them. She wouldn't give Kirk or Jasmine the satisfaction of seeing her break down. Instead, she took a deep breath and straightened her shoulders. You know what, Kirk? I'm done, she declared firmly. The words echoed like a final verdict in the room. You've embarrassed me for the last time. I don't care about excuses. I don't care about explanations. I can't keep pretending we're this picture-perfect family when you keep running back to your old mess. Kirk's face went pale. The weight of Rasheeda's words sank into him like concrete. For years, he had relied on Rasheeda's forgiveness, her ability to eventually patch things up for the sake of family and business. But this time, the conviction in her voice told him she meant it. She wasn't bluffing. Rasheeda, please don't say that. Kirk pleaded. You know I love you. You know I'd never stop. Rasheeda interrupted sharply. If you loved me, we wouldn't be here right now. Love doesn't look like this. Love doesn't make me look like a fool, over and over again. The silence that followed was deafening. It was as if the entire world stopped, waiting for what would happen next. Even Jasmine leaned back, slightly uneasy now, realizing she might have just witnessed the breaking point of one of Atlanta's most high-profile marriages. And then, just when it seemed like nothing else could make the night worse, Rasheeda pulled out her phone. She wasn't calling a friend or family, or even security. No, she went straight to her social media. With her hands trembling, but determined, she hit the record button. This is who my husband really is, she said into the camera, pointing it toward Kirk. All of y'all who've been asking why I stay, why I put up with it. This is the truth. This is what I deal with behind closed doors. The bold move sent Kirk into a panic. Rasheeda, don't do that. Don't put this online, he shouted, reaching for her phone. But Rasheeda jerked back, glaring at him with pure fire in her eyes. Oh no, Kirk. The world deserves to see the real you. Not the fake family man you play on TV. The real you, the one who can't let go of Jasmine. The one who can't stay loyal for even a minute. Within seconds, the video was uploaded. The comments started rolling, and almost instantly, fans and followers shocked at the explosive revelation. By the time Kirk realized what had happened, it was too late. The damage was done. Back at home later that night, Rasheeda sat in silence, staring at her reflection in the mirror. The strong businesswoman, the devoted mother, the loyal wife. She hardly recognized herself anymore. All she saw was a woman who had sacrificed everything only to be betrayed again and again. Meanwhile, Kirk sat in another room, pacing back and forth. He knew this scandal was different. It wasn't just about him and Rasheeda anymore. It was about their brand, their legacy, their children who would eventually see all of this play out in the public eye. The late-night meeting with Jasmine had spiraled into a full-blown crisis that no PR team could spin. Why morning headlines exploded across every blog, gossip site, and social media platform. Kirk Frost caught with Jasmine again. Rasheeda exposes him in viral video. Fans were divided. Some furious at Kirk for repeating old mistakes, others stunned that Rasheeda had finally decided to air it all out. And while the world debated, the Frost household was left in ruins. Rasheeda wasn't sure what her next move would be. But one thing was certain. Her patience with Kirk had finally run out. For years, she had stood by him through lies, scandals, and humiliation. But now it was different. Now the world saw what she had endured. And Rasheeda knew in her heart that she didn't owe Kirk anything anymore. Not forgiveness, not silence, not another chance. As the sun rose over Atlanta, the future of Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage hung by a thread. Would this be the end of the Frost empire as fans knew it, or would Kirk somehow find a way to crawl back, begging for forgiveness one more time? Only time would tell. But one thing was undeniable. Rasheeda's explosive confrontation had changed everything, and the world would never look at Kirk Frost the same way again. And there you have it, y'all. This scandal with Kirk Frost, Rasheeda, and Jasmine is spiraling out of control, and the drama just keeps heating up. But now I want to hear from you. Do you think Kirk is really hiding something? Or is this just another messy love and hip-hop stunt? And most importantly, should Rasheeda finally walk away for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this story is far from over and I'll be bringing you every update the second it breaks. Make sure you hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss the tea. Trust me, you don't want to blink right now. The next twist in this Frost family saga might just shock the world. Stay tuned because the truth always comes out.